Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the tangle Gourdgeous from Zentangle. So we had a fun time today. I had two sessions. If you've been following me, you know I do classes pretty much every week and sometimes more than one a week. And anyway, so today we focused on autumn tangles, but specifically on this tangle Gourdgeous. So it starts off with a curve line, but I want to make sure even before I start here, make sure to take a look at the For More Inspiration link, which is a link to um, the Zentangle blog where this tangle was announced. And so you can take a look at their step out, as well as some of the artwork, because the way I'm going to show you, just like a lot of other things Zentangle, you don't have to always do it exactly the same way, and that will give you some extra inspiration. It's just nice to see, you know, a plethora of ways that this tangle has been done. So, but with that, I'm going to stick to the way the step out shows, so that way it's consistent that way. So this, and I usually I joked on the call today. I always have to take a deep breath when I do this part, and this part would kind of throw me a little bit. But I took it apart, and it kind of starts off with, oh, and before I even do this, you want to make sure to not necessarily go too high because we're going to be doing some aura-ing. So you have to kind of make sure to set it down a little bit from where you want it to end. Just a thought. All right, so it's kind of, I want to say, a bit of an S shape, like this, that then comes into, and look at what I did. I did exactly what I said I shouldn't do, but that's okay. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so this is going to turn out interesting. All right, this will be, this is a test. All right. Because I wouldn't normally bring it up that far. I would stop it about right here. Okay, so with that, we're going to see what happens. And, all right, so we start this off with aura-ing uh, this outline. And as I mentioned, yeah, I'll leave a little bit of space there, which I didn't do. But we're going to have fun with this and see what happens. All right. Okay, so one aura. Then the next thing is, if you've done the Tangle Diva dance, it's kind of like that. Or if you've done the technique of rounding, it's kind of like that also. So what I'm going to do is I'm picking a place and I'm going to just make a curved line. And then this part I'm going to fill in. And by the way, I'm using a PN pen just because it's a lot easier to fill in quickly. Because it's a plastic nib instead of I don't know what the other ones are. I kind of put them like at like felt tip or something like that, but I don't think that's right. All right, then so then we're going to aura again. This is kind of the rinse and repeat part. We do start off with that first aura that's kind of by itself, but then after that, it's like so, and then pick another place that you want to or fill in. This one I think I might want to make it a little bit thicker, and because this is we're filling in, you can change that if you kind of, well, I don't like it. My pitfalls with this tangle have been, number one, not leaving enough room at the top, but at the same time you don't have to. I mean, you can aura every time. On our sessions today, there was some amazing work that was done. And, you don't have to aura every single time. You can, make it narrower, or um, uh, one of the one of our participants, kind of did the aura here, but then crossed over at the same point, and where it was just really, really neat. So anyway, I say that just because I a lot of times like to get hung up on details like that, and you just don't have to do that. All right. The other pitfall that I would come across myself is not making these thick enough, and then not necessarily figuring out when to have um, have this filled in section going the other way to make it, kind of round. And some of that you just have to wing. And so I'm just going to do like this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this end part here. I might just, we'll just see. Because, like I said, there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. And, so here's interesting. I'm thinking, well, if I go right here, which is kind of about halfway, that's how I've been judging when to flip it over the other way. And so why not take care of this issue right here, like so. Oh, the fill-in is so fantastic. And I know some people get frustrated with the, I want to have it perfect. I need to plan, type of thing. At some point, and that was me. I luckily didn't have the luxury of being able to draw, so I didn't have that frustration. Also, like, I know I need to do this, but so I'm usually just tickled with, and when anything that comes out neat. But I find it now kind of fun to find solutions to things. So I'm coming with the aura, and now I'm going to make this little divot right there, and then this will be my fill-in section. And then some of it too is getting to the, I'm not worried about how this turns out. I'm just going to follow the pattern. I'm going to follow the steps. And then knowing, I've got some course corrections I can do, like I just did right there, shaving off a little bit of that. It was a little too wide there, and I didn't care for it. Could even, here's what I'm going to actually do. I think I'm going to have that come all the way in like so. And let's do another one. Now, interesting on this one, the we don't end as we began with an aura on the side like that. This one ends with the filled in section. So I'm also kind of running out of room, and so I'm going to probably end that right there. And then the other challenge with this one as well is, hindsight is if I did this and if I curved out this end over here a little bit more, then it would have been a little centered. But that's okay, because then, if I decide to finish this tangle with some things, then I could always, add some things over here to balance it out. Or, this is what I might do, but not here on this Quickie video, because we want this to remain as quickie as possible. But could, draw another one and have it work behind. Certainly could do something like that. So there's always options if things don't kind of go the way you think that you want them to go. Then it's just thinking out of the box. Well, how can I make this better so that I like it? But that is it in a nutshell. And let me share with you. I'm going to pull my, let's see. I'm going to pull my camera back and throw in, just to show some of the fun that we had today with the tangles. I just want to see, okay, the make sure I didn't have to refocus it. So this was neat. So did it, and then decided to do, if you've been following, every day, this tangle is called Poz, P-O-Z, and it was, I think it was yesterday's tangle that was on the cover. And then this is Windflow, and this is Lichen, and I know that I have videos on all of those. This one I haven't quite finished. I'm going to color in, I liked how this turned out, so I'm going to color in this Poz on the bottom and then add some shading. Then for the evening class, I decided, of course, I really like that Windflow. I think it looks so cute. And then I decided to do things a little bit different, and I used green pen for doing the tangling, because we had looked. I did a search for images of gourds because I was thinking this was the vine part, the stem, and it's not. So do a search on gourds and just for extra inspiration. And I thought, oh, I want to do this part colored in with a color and then do this in white. So I used white Jelly Roll, green pen for the lines, and then orange of the General's chalk pastel, and then blended it in and had some fun. Here too, we did, this is a technique or a part of the Tangle perk um, or Xander or even Aquafleur where you make these bands. So I just took that part of that tangle and added it in. I did that one on this one too, but I left it open just because I thought it was cool. And and then the little dots are that's that tangle. But anyway, just wanted to show you for some extra inspiration. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do look at the description section for links for step outs and more inspiration and ways to connect with me if you so desire. Would love to have you join us for a session. We have a lot of fun and explore tangles and make some really cool art, and it's just a joy. So if you enjoyed the video, would love to have a thumbs up, do the whole like, share, subscribe, all of that. I appreciate it very much when you do that. Subscribing to my YouTube channel is of course free. You always want to make sure to hit the notification bell to determine how you want to be notified, if you want to be notified at all. I generally don't like to be notified, so I like to just go to YouTube and see what's new. And so that way I'm subscribed, so that way to things, and then I see the fresh content there when I go there. I just don't necessarily like things junking up my email. So if you are like me, make sure that you put no notifications. I'd rather have you subscribe than be annoyed by a bunch of emails, because I do post something every day. So with that, again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to be tangling with you soon sometime on a live session, or take a look at our Facebook group as well. Links are there. With that, thanks again so much, and I wish you happy tangling.